Governor Scott Walker will lay out his plan for balancing the state's expected budget shortfall tonight.
We'll find out the fates of the state schools and universities as he outlines the more than $70 billion proposal. With a preview of what to expect, we welcome back once again the director of the Marquette Law School poll, Charles Franklin.
Welcome back.
Good to see you again.
Good to be here.
Some of the governor's proposals already facing some opposition, even within his own party.
That's right. He's rolled out a few pieces. So one is $220 million in funding towards a new Bucks Arena in Milwaukee. The much more controversial one, especially here in Madison, $300 million in cuts to the university system, coupled with greater autonomy for the university. But we haven't heard clearly what he plans to do with K-12 education, how much to expand vouchers throughout the state if you lift the caps entirely, which is something that's been talked about a lot. Where does that money come from? Is it new money, or is it just moving around the current education budget? And taxes. He's talked a lot about wanting to lower taxes every year. He's governor, wanting property taxes to be lower in 4 years than they are today. But we're facing budget problems. And so I think the thing to listen for tonight is, how does this budget get balanced, and what revenues are available and what programs are cut that we haven't heard about yet?
Well, it's well known that the governor is contemplating a presidential run. So do you think that will influence his proposals in any way?
I think, first of all, you will hear a surprisingly upbeat speech for a budget that faces a substantial shortfall. The governor in his recent speeches has talked about how he balanced the budget. So tonight, it would be surprising to hear anything other than this is a balanced budget, rather than what we heard 4 years ago: the state is in a fiscal crisis, we have to cut programs in order to balance the budget. So I think you'll hear that. And in some of the policies, like school choice, expanding that plays well in an Iowa primary electorate.
But some of the Democrats, many of the Democrats say this budget deficit was self-inflicted.
It's certainly an arguable point that we cut taxes by about $2 billion over the last 4 years. The estimates of exactly where this budget deficit is vary quite a bit, from a little under $1 billion to as much as $2.2 billion, but we're still talking about some significant amount of money. Had we not cut the taxes, we might not have that problem. Likewise, if we had accepted the expansion of Medicaid financing from the federal government, the independent legislative estimates are we'd have about $200 million extra per year for that. But the governor's certainly not going to change course on his solution to Badger Care in favor of President Obama's. So there's quite an argument about where responsibility lies here. What is clear is that after the first year of the administration, when you heard leaders in the Republican Party in the legislature saying, we have solved the fiscal problems this state has faced for so long, those problems don't appear to have all been solved in this year's budget.
All right, it should be an interesting speech. We'll look forward to it.
Certainly will be.
7 o'clock tonight. Charles, good to see you again.
Good to see you. Thanks, Charles.
Be careful driving home.
I'll be out in the snow next time.
All right, we'll see you.